She told me real men don't cry when I got emotional about Dad's cancer, then left me for her CrossFit trainer, so I didn't fight it, just wished them well. 6 months later, he's in jail for assault, and she's sobbing outside my apartment. Hey, before we move on to the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thanks. This happened 2 years ago, and I still can't believe how perfectly karma worked. I was with Sarah for 4 years. She was beautiful, ambitious, and made me feel like the luckiest guy alive when things were good. We had this apartment downtown, talked about marriage, the whole future planned out. Everything changed when Dad got diagnosed with stage 3 pancreatic cancer. 5% survival rate. When the doctor told us, I completely broke down in our living room that night. Sarah found me crying, holding the treatment pamphlets. Instead of comfort, she looked at me with pure disgust. Jesus, Mark, she said, stepping away from me. Real men don't cry like this. What? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I mean, I get that you're upset, but this is pathetic. My dad went through cancer, and you didn't see me falling apart. Your dad had skin cancer they caught early. This is completely different. Cancer is cancer. Men are supposed to be strong during times like this. You're supposed to be the rock, not. She gestured at me like I was disgusting. That was the beginning of the end. Over the next few months, as Dad got sicker and I spent weekends helping my parents, Sarah became obsessed with her new CrossFit gym and her trainer, Jake. Jake says I have natural athletic ability. Jake thinks I could compete. Jake says most people don't have the mental toughness for real fitness. She started coming home later and later, always glowing from extra training sessions with Jake. When I'd suggest joining her, she'd say, I don't think you're ready for Jake's intensity level. The night it all exploded was 3 months into Dad's chemo. He'd been particularly sick that day, and I'd spend hours on the phone with doctors. Sarah came home at 9 p.m., hair wet from a gym shower, practically glowing. How's your dad? She asked without looking up from her phone. Not great. The chemo is really hitting him hard. I'm thinking about taking time off to help Mom. She looked at me with this expression of complete disdain. Mark, we need to talk. I've been thinking a lot lately, and this isn't working anymore. What's not working? This. Us. You've been so negative, so needy. Every conversation is about your dad or your feelings. It's exhausting. My dad is dying, Sarah. See? That's exactly what I mean. You're always playing the victim. You act like you're the only person who's ever dealt with family problems. You're dragging me down. I need someone who lifts me up, who inspires me to be better. Someone like Jake. Her face flushed. Jake understands what it means to be strong when things get tough. He doesn't fall apart every time something bad happens. Are you sleeping with him? Long pause. It only happened once. And it made me realize what I've been missing. Real passion. Real strength. Jake makes me feel alive in a way you never have. I felt this strange calm wash over me. Okay. You want to be with Jake? Be with Jake. You think I'm weak? Then you shouldn't waste time with me. She looked confused, like she expected me to fight. I'll start packing tomorrow. You can have the apartment. You don't have to leave. Yeah, I do. I hope Jake makes you happy, Sarah. I really do. The next day, while she was at the gym, I packed everything and left. When she came home, I was loading the last box. This is really it, she asked. This is really it. Take care of yourself. I spent the next few months helping Mom with Dad. We had 3 beautiful months together before he passed. During his final weeks, he told me, don't let anyone make you feel weak for caring. The world has enough people who don't feel enough. Meanwhile, Sarah texted occasionally, asking about Dad, saying she and Jake were happy. I'd respond politely but briefly. Dad died on a Tuesday in July. At the funeral, as I was barely holding it together after giving his eulogy, I saw Sarah standing by a tree 50 yards away. She approached me slowly. Mark, I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. I know this isn't the time, but I've been thinking about us. About how things ended. I think I made a mistake. Sarah, please don't do this here. Jake and it's not working. He's not who I thought he was. Being without you has made me realize what I had. This conversation isn't appropriate. Will you call me? When things settle down. I don't think so. Take care. Over the next month, she tried everything. Phone calls, texts, even a handwritten letter. The messages started apologetic but became desperate. I made the biggest mistake of my life. Jake is controlling and angry and nothing like you. I keep thinking about our good times. I want us back. Please don't throw away 4 years over one mistake. I love you, Mark. I didn't respond to any of them. Finally had to block her number. 3 months later, everything with Jake exploded spectacularly. Turns out Jake had 2 prior domestic violence arrests. Sarah found this out when he grabbed her arm hard enough to leave bruises during an argument. When she confronted him, he shoved her against a wall and told her if she didn't like it, she could leave. She did leave. But Jake wasn't done. He trashed her car in the gym parking lot, keying the paint, slashing tires, all caught on security cameras. He was arrested for vandalism and assault, plus outstanding warrants in 2 other states. He's currently in prison for 3 years. The first time Sarah showed up at my new apartment was a Thursday in October. She looked terrible, stringy hair, red eyes, weight loss, wearing a ratty sweatshirt. I needed to see you, she said when I opened the door. Against my better judgment, I let her in. I fucked up, Mark. So badly. She was crying immediately. Jake was awful. Controlling, possessive, violent. Everything you're not. I'm sorry you went through that. But it made me realize what I had with you. You were kind and patient and loving, and I treated you like garbage. She slid off my couch onto her knees in front of me. I'm begging you. Please give me another chance. Let me prove I can be better. Sarah, get up. I'll do anything. Therapy, whatever it takes. I'll be the supportive partner you needed when your dad was sick. Stop. Just stop. What can I do to fix this? You can't fix this, Sarah. What's broken between us can't be repaired. But I love you. No, you don't. You love the security I represented. When I was crying about my dad, you called me weak. That wasn't a mistake. That was who you are. She was sobbing. People can change. I can't forget that when I was broken, you kicked me while I was down. I can't forget that you cheated and blamed me for not being good enough. You threw away 4 years, not me. She left, but it didn't stop. More calls, texts, flowers. She showed up at my work twice. She even called my mom, trying to use Dad's memory to manipulate her way back. The final confrontation was a Friday night in December. I found her sitting on my building steps, waiting for hours in the cold. This stops now, I told her. The calls, texts, showing up at my work, bothering my mother, all of it. I won't stop fighting for us. There is no us. There hasn't been for over a year. Why won't you even try? After everything we had, I looked at this woman who had once been my world and felt absolutely nothing. Because you're not a good person, Sarah, I said quietly. A good person doesn't abandon their partner when their parent is dying. A good person doesn't cheat and then blame their partner. A good person doesn't come crawling back only after their affair partner turns out to be abusive. Her face went white. That's not. I'm not. You are. You showed me exactly who you were when I needed you most. You're selfish, cruel, and manipulative. Jake being a piece of shit doesn't change that. It just means you have terrible judgment on top of everything else. I can change. No, you can't. Because you don't think you did anything wrong. The person who could say real men don't cry to someone grieving their dying father, that's not a mistake. That's a character defect. I started walking toward my building. Don't contact me again. We're done. Mark, wait. I turned back one final time. I hope you figure out how to be a better person someday, but I won't be around to see it. That was 8 months ago. She hasn't contacted me since. I'm dating someone wonderful now, Lisa, who cried with me when I told her about Dad, who thinks emotional availability is strength, not weakness. Last week I heard Sarah moved back to her hometown, working at her uncle's insurance office. Apparently, she tells people her ex-fiancé was abusive, which I guess is easier than admitting she destroyed a good relationship for a fantasy that became a nightmare. Dad was right. The world has enough people who don't feel enough. I'm grateful I'm not one of them, and even more grateful I dodged that bullet. Sometimes the trash takes itself out. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.